Hello and welcome to Hamer Reviews. My name is Christopher Hamer and today we're reviewing the Colorlizard LED ring light, though they might have slightly got what a ring is wrong. I've reviewed a lot of weird and wacky LED panel lights, including some more serious ones, but this one I think is the oddest yet. It comes as an all-in-one kit with its own tripod/monopod, a triple phone holder, and the LED light itself, which is battery powered, as well as a carry case, which includes a couple of cables, a remote control for the light, and a Bluetooth shutter release for your phone as well. So this is the complete kit. It's a bit of an odd light. The triple design here is actually really strange. You can't move them inwards, but they kind of fold in on itself. So you have this sort of triple light design, which is a bit fiddly at times, but I guess it works all right. The lights themselves are bi-color, but you only have 3 color temperature settings. From what I can work out, they're about 6500 Kelvin, around 5000-ish Kelvin, which is what I'm using now, which feels a bit too warm to be daylight standard, and probably around 3200 to 4000 Kelvin as well. So a slightly odd setup, and you have 5 different brightness settings, and even at its brightest, I wouldn't say it's massively bright. The thing is though, I absolutely love the Colorlizard marketing, and I have to read this out to you. This is from the Amazon product page as of today, and I'm just going to read out the main thing they say about it. This is in the description. If you want to record precious moments with high quality and heighten your beauty in photo and or video freely, how many products do you need to buy? The answer is just one: in Colorlizard. Have this product, you will get to follow high quality staffs. It's a foldable ring light with 3 color modes, 5 brightness levels, portable selfie stick with tripod phone stand, foldable phone holder for max 3 cell phones, perfect for live streaming TikTok and Facebook, and the Bluetooth shutter release we've already mentioned. But yeah, apparently this is the only light I'm ever gonna need. So I guess I should pack up the studio lights I've got it set up. But yeah, the triple phone holder, like that's the bit that really got me when I opened it up, because I sort of decided to review it, and yeah, I didn't read the description, didn't realize it was going to come with that. It's just such an odd thing to have. I just can't imagine any situations where I need 3 phones recording the same thing from the exact same angle pretty much. Really weird setup. Maybe 3 TikTokers working together? That could be literally my only guess at this stage. But yeah, so let's have a look at this in a bit more detail. So if I screw the light off here, I think the LED lights here aren't actually too bad. So if we use the remote to give us full brightness, where are we? Let's see if we can get it right. Oh no, changing the color temperature already. So this is full brightness. Now actually, you know what, from about 1 meter away, this is actually giving me a decent amount of light. It is going to give you weird reflections in your glasses, much like the petal design light by Kiwi Design that I've reviewed as well. So this is my video test for the Colorlizard LED light, not a ring light, but yep, this is the video test with the light set to full brightness with a tiny bit of background light, but not a huge amount. To take my glasses off, you can see what the reflections are like without it, but with my glasses there's some pretty pronounced triangular reflections on my glasses, so something to bear in mind. But yes, this is the colour test for the Colorlizard LED ring light. It feels quite flimsy, I'm not going to lie. Like the center mount here is metal, but the actual plastic from the lights themselves does feel like it's not gonna, this hinge isn't gonna last forever. Presumably there's a cable in there as well, and that's getting flexed every time. So I'd bear that in mind. Battery life-wise, actually, to be fair to them, isn't too bad. So I've used this a little bit during testing, and I left it on for an hour and it was still running. It wasn't on its highest brightness, but actually I think it's about what I'd expect from a light like this. So that's the light. The light is interesting. I actually think it'd make a really cool camping light. Just having it on your, whilst you're camping on your desk, that actually is a good amount of light in all directions. So that's quite nice. Next, onto this tripod. So if I take the triple phone holder off, just to explain that, the center pulls apart to hold your phone in place. I wonder if it will fit my iPhone. Yet it will. So that will hold your phone there. And then obviously you've got the same spring style on the outside of both as well, which gives you your 3. It folds into a nice little cylinder there as well. Now the tripod, it's all right. On one of the pictures on the Facebook page, they have superimposed, because I guarantee they didn't actually put on it, a Nikon DSLR. I would not want to put a DSLR on this. You're not going to have a good time, but it folds up flat. So you can see the design here is 3 cylinders, essentially, is the main part of this kit. Pushing a button on the bottom makes the legs retract, if I pull them out. Now, the design's a little fiddly. You're not going to be able to see all of this, but you kind of need to twist and pull up, and then you lock that in place, and then I need to twist the next one and lock that in place, and it goes up high, but not very high, is how I describe it. Because I was playing around with it earlier, and I was actually like, if I'm trying to use this for recording, I'd actually need more height than it'd give me. Let's just see if I've got one locked in there. Okay. Oh. Does it stay? It should stay. This is very realistic, by the way. This isn't pre-practiced, and actually I think this gives you a real idea of what it would be like to use, because it is that flimsy and they do just fall in on themselves if you don't twist them out enough. There is no actual lock, you're just using force to sort of push them to the side. So it's not a great design if it comes to making sure that it's actually secure and like this doesn't fall anywhere. So let's move that around. So actually, you know what I said about the height? Actually, I disagree with myself. Now I'm using it in this situation. The height is actually not bad if it'll stay up. I'm going to assume that I wasn't able to get it to full height earlier because one of the legs or sections must have stayed inside. But I guess it's not terrible, is it? I mean, it's not great, but it's not the worst light. The tripod is super flimsy. Like, I wouldn't trust this. This is gonna break. This is gonna break quickly if you're not super careful with it. But given it's using this sort of design where you're actually twisting the poles to hold them in place, I'm going to suspect they're going to break sooner rather than later. Now, if we just imagine, okay, we've got the light at the top, which is fairly light as it is mostly plastic. But if I add the phone mount here, let's see if we can get this on. I mean, you're now putting what? Let's say you're putting 3 iPhone 12s on here. That's probably £3,000 plus of phones on your miniature tripod. I mean, do you want to do that? I'm not sure I'd want to. Like, that's the level of play, and I haven't even tried. And that's mostly from the main sections. The tripod base is very solid. But as a kit, am I going to put 3 phones on there? Absolutely not. I'm not even going to put my own phone on here to test it, because I do not think that that is stable enough, let alone putting a DSLR or mirrorless camera at the top. Please do not do that if you buy this. What I actually think about this kit is it's incredibly overpriced. At £120, there is no justification for charging that much. And I'm going to explain to you why. The light is nothing special. If you like this triangular design, so be it. And yeah, it folds up a bit smaller. But if you take a nice LED panel light, such as the Releno that I've actually reviewed on this channel, and link to that above at the moment, that's a £40 to £50 light that's going to provide a lot more light output than this. So that's already one thing ticked off your list. Then for £30 to £40, you can actually get a decent-ish tripod that you could mount that Releno light on top. And I'm sure you can get a phone holder too. I'm presuming you don't need this weird triple phone holder. If you do, I have an odd feeling that Alibaba or Amazon will indeed indulge you in providing one. But yeah, overall, I just think for £120, this crummy little case, the cheap cables, the cheap infrared remote control, it's just not worth the money. Please don't go out and buy this. There is a link inside my description for this video, but dear God, please don't. I just don't think it's anywhere near worth it. I mean, yeah, it looks a bit funky and you can do some cool things with bending the lights inwards to get just the right angle, but a nice LED panel light is going to do a much better job than this. And if you're willing to buy used equipment off eBay, you can get an even better deal. So there we have it. The Colorlizard, which is actually a bi-color LED light and not full RGB as the name might suggest. is a waste of your money at £120. Please do not buy it. I hope you found this review useful. If you have any questions, please put them in the comment section. I'd love to know what you think of this. I really, really would. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, the other button works fine too, but I don't think this justifies a downvote because this is actually useful consumer advice for once. Equally, if you haven't already, please do subscribe as it really helps me out, and you'll be able to see more videos like this, potentially slightly more serious ones. Thank you very much for watching, and I do hope I see you again next time. Goodbye.